Hello and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. Well, I guess I just never be able to make it. I'm not never gonna be successful. I'm just nobody, and nobody likes me. Nobody wanna be with me. Nobody this, and I ain't nothing. Unfortunately, some of us still suffer from low self-esteem. Some of us still let the enemy bring condemnation upon us and tell us that, yeah, what they said about you is true. You ain't never gonna be nobody. You ain't never gonna succeed. You ain't never gonna have nothing. Just hold your head on down. Go crawl in the hole. Just go kill yourself. Because don't nobody care. Don't nobody love you. Don't nobody like you. Come on, people. We have been delivered from that. I mean, back in the era, I outdate myself, but back in the era, we used to say, I am somebody. I am somebody. Because you have to retrain your mind. You have to retrain your way of thinking. So know that you are somebody, that you are an inspiration to somebody, that you have high standards, that you're respected and admired. Know that you are in a group of prestigious people. So that's what we're talking about today. You and I being prestigious, which says inspiring respect and admiration and having high status. See, it didn't say nothing about we was the scum of the earth. The Bible said we are the salt of the earth. We are what? We're chosen, baby. Whenever you get through, I'm of the royal priesthood. I am somebody. And I want you to know that, and I want the devil to know that. And so when people say, who do you think you are? You tell them, hey, I'm a prestigious person. And let them go look up the word and see what they find. Learn them something, as the old folks used to say. So we don't have to hold our head down in shame. Don't keep accepting that you are nobody, because that's the devil. He wants you to think that. But you have to know what the word says about you. You have to know that, hey, you got high standards. You have a high status. Why? Because you are, if you really are a follower of Christ, then you belong in a class of high status people. Okay? We are rulers. We are princesses and prince. Come on. Enough with that. Yes, you're going to be hated. Why are you hated? You're hated because you have a high status, because you command respect. So yes, I mean, don't get upset because people hate you. They hate you because you commanded that respect. They're hating you because they know who you are. And it's time for you to know who you are. Also, today, we honor one of the forefathers that was very prestigious by the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And why? Why do we honor him? Because he was somebody. Not just because he was a black man and he was nonviolent. No, we honor him because of his intellect, because of his fortitude, because of his tenacity, because of his characterization. He was one of a thousand. But then I thought about it. And we know that he won the Nobel Peace Prize. And why did he win it? Because of his contribution to mankind. And I thought about that. I said, yeah, well, that's wonderful. That's good. But guess what? Jesus won the Nobel Peace Prize because of his kindness to humanity. And it was the grace of God and the power of God that kept Dr. Martin Luther King, because no man can do that or could have done that on his own strength. It was the peace of God that kept this man. It was the grace of God. It was the Spirit of God dwelling within Dr. Martin Luther King that he was able to do what he did for you and for I and for mankind as a whole. It was because of Jesus. It wasn't because of him. And he never, if you notice, he never took credit. He never said, I. If that had been some of us, oh man, our head would have been it would have been like the helium balloon on the Thanksgiving Day parade. If God would enable us to do those things. But then I was reading an article, and I don't recall, I don't recall, and I couldn't pronounce the person's name that wrote it anyway. And they were saying the love in Dr. Martin Luther King, his love for his brothers and his sisters and for mankind made him do what he did. And even though he done what he done in peace, he was angry enough on the inside to go take a stand. And I thought about that thing. And I thought about the word, how it says, be angry and sin not. He was angry enough to let people know, hey, we're not going to take this anymore. But yet, he had the peace and the love of God to sustain him, not to become like them, not to turn to violence. And the Bible said, be angry and sin not. Yes, we can be angry of the mistreatment that we receive. Get angry with the devil, but sin not. Don't turn back to him. And don't start acting like him, but get angry enough with the devil to do something about it. Get angry enough with the devil to say, devil, you know what? I'm not taking this. I'm going back. I'm going to pray. I'm going to fast. I'm going to do whatever it takes to bring myself, my family, my friends, my community, the world up out of this current situation. So yes, we are prestigious. Dr. Martin Luther King was a prestigious person. He was this man gave back the money that was given to him. He gave it back to help mankind. Now, how many people are going to do that? You know, he said, the word say, verily would a friend lay down his life, would a person lay down their life for a friend. This man laid down his life for humanity. But remember, don't let the devil tell you that you are nobody. Know that you are somebody.